Hello, guys. Welcome to Ramta Solutions and welcome to your grade 12 mathematics differentiation calculus. Today in our past paper series, which is the second video of your past papers, we're looking at a past paper from our beloved Northwest Province. This is the preliminary exams that were written in September 2023. So let's open the paper and look at this topic. Here's the paper. Let me pin it. Perfect. All right. Now, by the way, we must thank SA Exam Papers for giving us the compilation of past papers. So before we proceed, guys, if you are using a mobile device, please rotate your screen so you have better viewing of these documents. Okay. All right. So let's see. Before I proceed, I want to get to the instructions page. I want to remind you guys, let me perhaps fit the width. Yeah, let me fit the width. Okay. Remember, rotate your screen if you're using a mobile device. With the instructions, instruction number 4 says, clearly show all calculations, diagrams, graphs, and so on that you have used in determining your answers. Instruction number 5 says, answers only will not necessarily be awarded full marks. And then instruction number 7, if necessary, round off answers to 2 decimal places unless stated otherwise. Okay. Instruction number 8, diagrams are not necessarily drawn to scale. So I'm not saying that other instructions are not important, but for the sake of what we are doing right now, the instructions are just read. I want us to pay attention to. And remember, guys, instruction number 7, if necessary, round off answers to 2 decimal places unless stated otherwise. For you to be able to do this, I would urge you that in the middle of your calculations, please do not round off to 2 decimal places. Only the final answers should be rounded off to 2 decimal places. Okay, so let's then go to our questions, which will normally be in question 8, 9, 10, or 7, 8, 9. Let's see in the Northwest what it was. So yeah, we're looking at Bokoni Bophirima, our beloved province. Dumelang Bohai. All right, question 8. Yeah, this one, so please, there's so much pride when you deal with something that's from your home, eh? So proudly Northwestern, eh? All right. Question 8 from the Northwest, it said, 8.1, determine f prime x from first principles if f of x is equal to f of x equals 1 minus x squared. So 8.1, remember we're saying f of x is equal to 1 minus x squared. Now what is f of x plus h? This means where there's x you put x plus h. So here is it, x plus h all squared. Now further simplifying this, it'll become x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. Further, it'll be 1 minus x squared minus 2xh minus h squared. Okay, now we can now find the derivative, which is first derivative. The formula is given for first principles. It's given, and we know it as f of x equals the limit as h tends to 0 of what? Of f of x plus h minus f of x all over h. Okay, now we have to substitute these values. What are they? F of x plus h was 1 minus x squared minus 2xh minus h squared minus, what is f of x? It's 1 minus x squared all over h. Okay, all over h. I don't know why does it look like I was trying to cancel here. Okay, all right. So now this is what we have. Now I do see that we will be having minus 2xh minus h squared. Let's go. This is minus 2 sorry, it's the limit. I forgot the limit. The limit sh tends to 0 of minus 2xh minus h squared all over h. Let's go back to confirm. Yes, it is. Now, what do we need to do? We need to factorize the numerator. So let's factorize the numerator. The numerator common factor is negative h. So I will say, in fact, let me just take h and not negative h. Let me take h. So we will have negative 2x minus h all over h. As you can see, the h's are cancelling. Now we proceed and say a limit as h tends to 0 is negative 2x minus h. Now what we can do now, what do we do? Where there's h, you put 0. This means you substitute now. All right? Therefore, our answer is negative 2x. So with this answer, you know when you use differentiation rules that it'll be negative 2x. If at the end of your question, you don't get, or at the end of your solutions, you don't get negative 2x, you know that you made your mistake. Remember, when you differentiate using first principles, use differentiation rules to confirm your answer. Okay? Remember, differentiation rules are easier than first principles, right? Okay. Moving on. Remember, guys, to rotate your screen if you're using a mobile device. 8.2, we are 8.2.1, we are, they say determine d sub x of what? Of 3x squared minus 2 over x. So what I will need to do now, I will need to simplify first this guy here. I will make him 2x to the minus 1. Remember, this is x to the 1, and when it goes up, it will be x to the minus 1, right? Now, I want to differentiate. When I differentiate, I will drop the dx. So, I'm going to do this, assuming that, I know that you guys know this, but for those that are watching this video because they want to better understand this, I'm going to do it step by step. But for those that know differentiation, please do not do this step. So it'll be 3. What do? You multiply it with the power. What is that power? It was 2. Now on that power, you subtract 1, right, from the power. Minus 2, you multiply with the power. What was the power? Minus 1. X to the, you subtract 1 from the power. The power is minus 1, so it'll be minus 1, minus 1. Okay, so what is this? This is 6x, right, because 2 minus 1 is 1. So this is 6x, and this is negative times negative is positive 2x to the negative 2. So what I wanted to say was, if you are content and you are, if you are content or you don't struggle with differentiation right away, you don't have to put this step. You can, from here, you can move directly to your answer like this. Okay, perfect. Now, 8.2.2, you have y equals square root of x, open bracket, cube root of x minus 5x. What we need to do, we will say we know x square root is power half. So this is x to the half. And here, cube root is x to the 1 over 3 minus 5x. Now this becomes, when bases are the same, you add exponents. So this will be 6. So it'll be, what is it? It'll be 5 over 6. I want to believe that it'll be 5 over 6. Yes, it'll be 5 over 6 minus 5x. This one here will be 3 over 2. Let's confirm a half plus 1 over 3. A half plus 1 over 3. Yes, it's 5 over 6. It's correct, right? It's correct. So we are okay, all right? We are okay. Now we can proceed. Okay, now we can proceed. Remember, guys, if you're using a mobile device, please rotate your screen so you can have better viewing. All right, so we have x to the power is 5 over 6 minus 5x to the power 3 over 2. Now let's differentiate. We are looking for dy dx. So dy dx will be, what do we say? It'll be, remember it was x to the power 5 over 6. So 5 over 6 will be dropped. And then we have 5 over 6 minus 1, okay? Minus 5, the power, it was 5x to the power 3 over 2. So the 3 over 2 will be dropped, all right? The power 3 over 2 will be dropped, and then you will subtract 1 from that power. And what do we have? 5 over 6, and then this will be minus 1 over 6. You guys have calculators. 5 over 6 minus 1 over 6. 5 over 6 minus 1 becomes negative 1 over 6. All right? Now this here becomes 15 over 2 x to the, it'll be half. It'll be x to the half. Okay, so this is your dy dx. Remember, you can do this. You can write this answer directly instead of starting it from here. Okay, you can write this directly. There's nothing wrong. Okay, perfect. Now, it seems we are done with question 8. 12 marks. We now have 12 marks. Good to go. All right. Now, let's see. Okay, let me start it here. No, let me start it in the next question page. Now, question 9. So, question 9, let's see now. They say we have f of x is equal to, remember guys, please rotate your screen if you are using a mobile device. I want to emphasize that continuously. So, they say the graph of f of x is equal to ax cubed plus bx squared has stationary points at P with coordinates 2 and minus 1 over 3 and O with coordinates 0 and 0. Prove that A is equal to 1 over 12 and B is equal to negative 1 over 4. All right. 9.1. The points given here are stationary points, okay? The points given here are stationary points. So we're going to say f of x, as you can see, is equal to ax cubed plus bx squared. Now, first derivative will be 3ax squared plus 2bx. Right? Happy? Right. Perfect. So now, what do we see? We are given a point. Oh, by the way, this should be equal to 0. 0 is equal to 3ax squared plus 2bx. Right? So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to say where x is equal to 0, what do we get? It doesn't help us. Do you see that? It doesn't help us because it'll make everything to be 0. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to say now where, but does it really not help us? I think it does help us, right? I think it does help us, but let's see. Now we're going to say where x is equal to positive 2. Let's see, where x is equal to positive 2, what do we have? 0 equals 3a 2 close square plus 2b open 2. What do we get? 0 equals, this becomes 4, so 0 equals 12a plus 4b, right? 0 equals 12a plus 4b, right? You guys got it, right? Okay, perfect. Now, what do we need to do now? All right. So what we need to do now is, if you like, maybe let's simplify this. I'm going to divide by 3 throughout. This will be 0 equals 3. I'm dividing by 4, by the way. 0 equals 3a plus b. I can call it equation 1. Okay. Now, on f of x, right? On f of x, I'm going to substitute. Remember, f of x was ax cubed plus bx squared. If you substitute the 0 and 0, it doesn't help. So I'm going to substitute this point. What was the point? The point was 2 and negative 1 over 3. Meaning where there's y, or what we call f of x, I will put negative 1 over 3. Where there's x, I will put 2. So this is a 2 to the 3 plus b 2 to the 2. Okay, going to the next page, this becomes negative 1 over 3. Negative 1 over 3 equals, let me go back. This is 8a. becomes 8a, and then this becomes plus 4b. Okay, 8a plus 4b. Okay, 8a plus 4b. This is equation 2. So what I can do now, I will say I'm solving for a and b simultaneously. So what I will do, I will say equation 1, perhaps let me say this. You know what? Because I do see now that I have 4b, you know what? I'm going to say this. I'm going to say, you know what? Let us say, okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm going to use equation 3. But there's a method that I like using, elimination method, which is straight away. Okay, or let me just say it. So, okay, no, it's fine. Let me say b equals negative 3a. b equals negative 3a. This is equation 3 from equation 1. So where does b? I'm going to put negative 3a. Let's go. Minus 1. So 3 into, I forgot. This is equation from equation 1, correct? So sub 3 into equation 2, remember? Because I didn't use equation 2. So what do we say? On equation 2, where does b? I'm going to put negative 3a equals 8a plus 4 into negative 3a. What do we get? Minus 1 over 3 equals 8a minus 12a. So negative 1 over 3 equals, what are we looking at? This will then become minus 4a. So if you divide in negative 1 over 3 by negative 4, what do you get? You will get positive 12. Okay? You will get positive 12. For those that might be confused, what I'm saying is negative 1 over 3 equals negative 4a. So you divide by 4. On your calculator, can you please press this part as it is? It'll give you 1 over 12. Okay, now if you recall, we said b is equal to negative 3a. So what does it mean? Negative 3 into 1 over 12. What is it? It's negative 1 over 4. Happy? It's negative 1 over 4. So you have proved A and B. Happy? Perfect. Now, 9.2 says, for which values of x will f be concave down? Remember, concave down is this part here when it's frowning. Concave up is when it's smiling. So what you can do, you can option, I have to give you 2 options, okay? I'm going to give you option 1. You must find the midpoint of the x values. Option 1, I'm going to say x equals 2 plus 0 over 2. What is this? This is 1. All right, this is 1. So, therefore, when is it concave up? Therefore, f of x is concave down, is concave down when x is, let's see, concave down is here. So this is the point that we just calculated is somewhere here. So to the left of that point. So that means x must be lower than 1. Okay, this is when x is lower than 1. Okay, this is when you use the midpoint of the 2 points. Okay, I'm going to give you option 2 now. It's important that you know this as well, but this is what you've been using, option 2. You know that f of x is negative, it's positive 1 over 12 x cubed, whereas b is negative 1 over 4 x squared. What is first derivative? First derivative would be 3 over 12. We will simplify it just now. 3 over 4x squared minus 2 over 4x. What is this? This amounts to 1 over 4x squared minus 1 over 2x. Now, what is second derivative? Second derivative will be 2 over 4x minus half. What is this? This is minus half x minus half. Now, because we're looking for the point of inflection, you equate it to 0. Okay, when you equate it to 0, when you equate it to 0, what do you get? You get half equals half x, and therefore that means x is equal to 1. Okay, this is the point of inflection. However, this being the point of inflection, you need to be careful. You haven't yet answered the question. Where is this graph concave down? It is to the left of this point here. Therefore, you will say this is when x is less than 1. Okay, perfect. 9.3. Let's go to 9.3 now. Let's go to 9.3 now. So 9.3. 9.3 says determine the equation of the tangent of f at x equals 2. Guys, we just said f prime x is equal to, what is it? 1 over 4. Yeah, it was 1 over 4 x squared minus half x, isn't it? I think that's what we said, right? 1 over 4 x squared minus half x. Let me confirm. Yes, that's what we said. So what we need now, we are looking for equation of tangent to f at x equals 2. So this, remember, f prime is gradient at a point. Now we need to know gradient at this point. Well, now gradient at this point will be f of minus 2. Where does x we put minus 2? Okay, where does x we put minus 2? Let's see what we're getting. Let's see what we're getting. We will be getting, let me see, we will be getting, this is positive 4, so it is 1 plus 1. It is 1 plus 1. So this is gradient at this point is 2. But now, what is the y value of this point? In other words, we need f of 2. What is f of 2? It is 1 over 12. Remember, f of x was 1 over 12 x cubed minus 1 over 4 x squared. So where does x you put 2, remember the cube, minus 1 over 4 x squared. Where does x you put 2, right? Now, what do you get here? You get 8 over 12 minus 1. 8 over 12 minus 1. So this looks like 2 over 3 minus 1. 2 over 3. Was it x equal? Oh, x was equal to negative 2. X was equal to negative 2. Negative 2. Thank you. X was equal to negative 2. So this will be negative 2 over 3 minus 1. So our answer will be negative 5 over 3. Yeah, negative 2 over 3, correct. Negative 5 over 3, right? This is negative 5 over 3. So our point of contact with f of x is negative 2 and negative 5 over 3. So I'm going to use gradient point form, okay? Gradient point form to find the straight line. Now the tangent will be, I'm going to the next page. Please rotate your screen, guys. Remember to rotate your screen if you're using a mobile device. It'll give you better viewing. So it'll be, I'm using gradient point form. So this is y minus y sub 1 equals gradient, open bracket, x minus x sub 1, close bracket. The point was minus 2 and minus 5 over 3. Where there's x sub 1, I put minus 2. Where there's y sub 1, I put minus 5 over 3. Let's go. Y minus 5 over 3 close equals. What is our gradient? I think it was 2. Yes, we found it to be 2. X minus x sub 1 is minus 2. Right? So this is y plus 5 over 3 equals 2x. I'm going to say, you know what? Let me just proceed either way. So this will be positive. So it'll be plus 4. Now y equals 2x 12 minus 5, 12 minus 5 is 7. So it's plus 7 over 3. Okay, plus 7 over 3. However, they said you must give this in the form t sub n. It's fine. You can leave it like this, guys, or call it t sub n. Therefore, t sub n is equal to, I don't know why they say t sub n. This is a mistake here. Yeah, it's a mistake. It doesn't make sense for it to be t sub n, because what it means is that this thing varies with n. But when I look at it here, it doesn't vary with n. So it's a mistake. I'm going to leave it as y equals whatever. Okay, I'm going to leave it as y equals whatever. It's okay, because this is a mistake. You cannot say t sub n. What this means is that your function t varies with n. But here, it seems like the function t varies with what? It varies with x. So let me not entertain that. It's a mistake. It happens. Okay. Perfect. Now, they say use the graph to determine the values of k for which this guy minus k will have 3 roots. It's okay to understand this question. Let me show you something. 1 over 12x cubed minus 1 over 4x squared minus k is equal to 0. We can write it like this. 1 over 12x cubed minus 1 over 4x squared is equal to k. This, you know it as your f of x. So f of x is equal to k. However, they say it should have 3 roots. Okay? They say it should have 3 roots. So when you are writing an exam, I want you to hold your ruler. Okay, I want you to hold your ruler like this. Now, you need to look at your critical values, okay, your stationary points. I want you to start at this point here. So go below it. When you go below it, as you see, that ruler will be cutting the graph only once. Okay, now go back to your critical point. At the critical point, your ruler will be cutting the graph twice. All right, as you go above this critical point and this critical point, so in between these 2 points, your ruler will be touching your graph 3 times. 1, 2, 3. As you go above this point, it will be touching the graph once. At this point, it will be touching the graph twice. When I say touching, I'm saying it will be intersecting. Okay, so the point that we're looking at, this is what? Remember, this is f of x equals k. So it means this k value is a y value. Okay, this k value is a y value. So to answer this, you will say, for this to be the case, k must be greater than, what is the lowest k value here? Meaning the lowest y value, it is negative 1 over 3. So k must be greater than negative 1 over 3, but less than 0, right? Because the y value here is 0. Okay, I know there are those that like it this way. K is an element of, because it doesn't touch that point, is an element of negative 1 over 3 to what? To 0. It's okay like this as well. Okay, it's okay like this as well. So now you have 13 marks for this question. Let's see how many marks you have so far. So far you have 25 marks. Okay, so far you have 25 marks. Okay, so far you have 25 marks. All right, let's proceed. Now we go into, there is a final question, of course, which is application. Oh boy, what's going on? Okay, which is application. All right, so here is it. So now we can go to question 10. We can now go to question 10. So question 10, in the sketch below, triangle ABC is an equilateral triangle. Highlight equilateral. This means all sides of the triangle are equal. Okay, with side AB equals M. So this side here is M. Okay, this side here is M, A, B, C. So this guy here is M. Even this guy here will be M, and this guy here will also be M. Okay. DEGF is a rectangle with whatever. So here is it. DEGF. Where is he? Oh, sorry. I don't have to be writing that. So So this is D, E, G, F. Is a rectangle. Now pay attention. Is a rectangle with BF equals GC. Where's BF? BF equals GC equals X. So this is X. Okay, let me just do this. This is X. This one here is X. Okay, what does this mean about this? It means this guy here is M minus 2X. Okay, it means this guy is M minus 2X. But it's okay, let's proceed now. So, what do we have? What do we have now? Let's see. Let's see now. So prove that. So this is a rectangle, it's okay. So prove that. Okay, coach. All right, coach. Oh yes, I have it. So now, let me read it again. ABCD is an equilateral triangle with side AB equals M. Cool. And then DEGF is a rectangle with side BF equals GC equals X units. And before I proceed, another thing that I want you to note, guys, is that this angle, the angle here is 60 degrees. Okay, this angle here is 60 degrees, and the same applies to this one here, 60 degrees. Okay, so now this is because it's an equilateral triangle. Okay, now 10.1, let's proceed now. Now we can answer the question. Prove that the area of the rectangle is rectangle DEGF is that. First and first, we need to find DF. Okay, so I'm going to say in triangle DBF, which is this portion here. It's the same as this portion here. Okay, in triangle DBF, I will say, remember I said this guy is 60 degrees and we already have this guy. Let me go back. We already have this guy's X and we have the angle. We are looking for this guy. So this is adjacent and this is opposite. So we can use tangent. So I will say tan 60 degrees equals DF over BF. All right. So DF is equal to BF tan 60 degrees. What is BF? You said BF was X. Now what is tan 60? Tan 60 should root 3. It should be root 3. Tan 60 should be square root of 3. Alright? Yes, it is square root of 3. Alright? It is square root of 3. So our answer here is square root of 3. So it's root 3, and no, it's 5. X on 3. It's fine like this. Alright? It's fine like this. It's X on 3. Because if I write it in any other way, we might mess it up. So it's X on 3. Okay? Happy? Now we are not done. Remember, we're looking for the area of this rectangle. We already know this side. Don't we know this side? We do. So we will say FG is equal to M minus 2X. Therefore, area of DEGF is equal to length times breadth, which is FG multiplied by DF. Okay, what is FG? FG is M minus 2X. What is DF? DF is X root 3. So it's okay. We can say this is X root 3 multiplied by M minus 2X. This is what they wanted you to show. Okay, this is what they wanted you to show. Okay, perfect. So we have 3 marks. Proceeding. 10.2 says determine in terms of M the maximum area of the volume. Let me remind you, I'm going to call area A. Area was root 3 or X root 3 times M minus 2X. So this is XM root 3 minus 2X squared 3. Okay, 2X squared root 3. So this looks like a parabola because the highest power is 2 and the low, so it looks like a parabola, but a parabola that is frowning, right? A parabola that is frowning. So it's not surprising that we are looking for a maximum value for this. it's a parabola. It'll be easy. You can find this by your normal axis of symmetry of a parabola or differentiation. So we will differentiate dA dx. They said in terms of, determine in terms of M, the maximum area. So when they say the maximum area, we differentiate this. So I see this varying with x. So it's dA dx is equal to, let's differentiate. By now I have shown you how to differentiate. So this now becomes m root 3 minus 4 x root 3. What do you need to do? You need to find the maximum area in terms of the maximum area of the rectangle in terms of m. So what do? We are going to say u becomes 0 because we want to know the maximum. Okay? So this now becomes this guy, minus. So this guy here equals, so what do we have? We have x equals m over 4. But note, guys, you haven't yet calculated the maximum area of the rectangle. This is the maximum value of m that will give the maximum area. The maximum value of x that will give the maximum area. Okay, so we are not done. Let's go. Now what do we need to do? This is x units. Okay, this is x units. Now to find maximum area, this value is the value that will give maximum area. Now let's find that maximum area. Where there's x, we will put m over 4. Okay, where there's x, we will put m over 4. Now let's go back. So this is now maximum area. Let me write that instruction. So maximum area, I want to communicate that is equal to, where there's x, we put m over 4. What did we say this was? Okay, m over 4 times m root 3 minus 2 m over 4 square root 3. What is this? This is m squared root 3 over 4 minus 2. Okay, this is 16, so it'll be 8. So minus m squared root 3 over 8, right? Minus m squared root 3 over 8. If you like, we can simplify this and say this becomes 2m. This becomes 2m squared root 3 minus m squared root 3 all over 8, right? All over 8. Therefore, this becomes m squared root 3 over 8. This is your final answer. All right. M cubed. No, why did I say m cubed? It's m squared. M squared root 3 over 8 unit square. This is your maximum area. Okay. This is your maximum area. So this is it, guys. This is how Bokoni Bophirima was examined in September 2023. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. And with that being said, I would like to say we have come to the end of our video. And if you have enjoyed this, or this has really enlightened you, please subscribe, like, and share with your classmates, your friends, and everyone in your sphere, And then, if you would like to get in touch with us, you can visit our website, ramtasolutions.co.za, and you will see these icons. You see these icons at the bottom. You will see them at the top of your screen on our website. You can click on this to send us an email in case you're looking for a tutor or any other thing. And these ones, you can use it to follow us on your favorite social media. Okay. And by the way, you will also get a link to our website, to our WhatsApp, if you would like to communicate with us as well. So this is it, guys. Because this question paper is from the Northwest, let me conclude it by how the people from the Northwest will say this. Bye-bye.